Holy smokes, guys. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Forrest and I invest in stuff. I've been MIA as fuck, but I'm back and I'm just going to drop some Metaverse on ya. So I could explain why I haven't posted in a while, but you guys honestly don't care. But I did want to put this video out there because it's something I've been doing recently in the investment world. Also, if you're here, net new to this channel, go ahead and hit subscribe. Gonna be posting again. Talking about stuff now that I have this entire studio set up, which if you watch my other videos, you know that this didn't exist before. So yeah, let's talk about that first actually. What have I been doing? Moved to Miami. I think I posted like one video. Kind of got disappointed with the way this channel was going because I was putting a lot of effort into videos and not getting that much feedback. And ultimately my goal is to help people. And I've been working on a lot of other stuff. So kind of just put this on the back burner. Just launched a podcast on YouTube though, so I have another channel I've been working on, tons of hours of footage, editing, working on that. The channel is the #1 podcast in the world. I'll put the description down there. Talking about basically the mindset series that I was doing on here, but I have a co-host. It's awesome. We're gonna interview people down here in Miami. It's dope. Show you how to like invest in real estate. We're building an Airbnb business. It's another thing that I've been working on. Gonna buy luxury rentals out here in the coastal areas of Florida. So all types of stuff. I've had a crazy year in sales. I've still been trading. Honestly, I've been head down, learning a lot, and yeah, just being super productive to the point where it's like there wasn't any cohesive, really idea that I could put into a video format the exact way that I wanted to because all my time was spent kind of actively researching and actually doing the thing. So something that I have doubled down into is the Metaverse, NFTs, and really crypto in general. Those are all three different categories. I want to keep this video not too crazy, so I'm just going to focus on the Metaverse, and I'll kind of talk a little bit about my general investment strategy, but tune back in if you want to hear me talk about blockchain, crypto, and where I think all of that is going in general. So the Metaverse, what is it? For all of you who are kind of thinking, what is it? Like, not at a technical level. All the Metaverse is our digital persona, but really edified in some way, right? So either as an avatar, right? So I have an avatar, and the Metaverse is a place where that avatar actually exists, right? The simplest analogy for this is an online multiplayer game, right? It's literally the same thing, but in the Metaverse, you're you, right? You are really your identity in the Metaverse. You just live. There's just this 3D representation of yourself, right? So what's cool about that? Well, maybe all the NFTs that we're buying that are art pieces or vehicles or whatever, we can now show off in this Metaverse world, right? We can have those here. Something else that we could do is we could buy and sell the land that we have. So if you look at a project that I've invested in, it's called the Sandbox. Not a recommendation, by the way. If you want it to be one, do whatever you want. I don't give a shit. Go buy a Sandbox. The Central Land is another one, very similar concept. But the idea is they're building this 3D world where you can own land, and then you can do whatever you want on that land, right? So if I own land in this metaverse, this meta universe, I could have a game there, right? So I could have a literal, maybe you come to my land and you could subscribe and pay me real money to play a game on my plot of land that's in this universe, right? I could rent my land out to someone else so that they could use my land to run a business in the Metaverse. And if you're thinking that's crazy, there's no way people do that, 100% they will. If it's not already happening, I don't know if that's exactly happening. It's happening in some form somewhere. Totally gonna happen. So how do you actually invest in this stuff though, right? I don't want to spend too much time on that. Really, I want to get to how you should invest and why I'm investing. I think that this is one of the ways that crypto and blockchain is going to become mainstream. Cryptocurrency as an investment vehicle has existed for a while, but even with something as simple as Coinbase and all the exchanges out there, it's still really, really hard to get into for your retail investor, as well as sophisticated investors. A lot of sophisticated investors, I know people who are in the finance world, they don't know shit about shit. They have no idea what crypto is still. As someone with a software engineering background, hearing the ways people understand and explain this, it's like they're so close to the point and then they take a hard left, crash and burn. So adoption is tough. The metaverse and the ability for them to sell consumer products that actually utilize blockchain are doing things like burning tokens on smart contracts, right? Using some token backend, and then you can invest in this token, and the burning of that token decreases circulating supply, which pushes up the price, and all the other things that happen on a blockchain or a cryptocurrency backed blockchain, right? The metaverse is a way for that to become mainstream, because now if I want to get investors or create some product, we can kind of separate those concerns. Now it's like, hey, I have a really cool game concept idea. Where should we run it? Oh, we're gonna run it in the metaverse. Okay, cool. And someone can go handle and solve that problem. So you create this whole ecosystem around selling land, working with people making games. All of this is running on the blockchain. You can invest in that blockchain. And we're so early on this journey that I think the opportunity here is truly, if you look 5-10 years out, I'm talking like thousands of percentages in returns. Very similar to what crypto has done now and will continue to do. All of these projects specifically aimed in the metaverse, not just currency, right? Completely different types of use cases, but they will certainly overlap in the metaverse. You're going to be spending cryptocurrency in the metaverse, right? But now it makes sense to regular people, right? Now people actually have uses for these things that aren't, fucking scientific, right? When someone wants to go and buy, if you look at things that expanded DVD sales, it wasn't really until, or really the industry that was built around, straight to VHS turned into straight to DVD. Now they can make bigger and bigger movies because they can store more data on there, right? There was a use case, a very consumer-driven use case. And we need consumer-driven use cases for blockchain, crypto, for it to take off. As much as I love, as someone who grew up, using the dark web and message boards and like secret torrent sites and all of that, like as much as I like the idea of decentralized finance and all of that, most people just want general financial stability and security. They want to take care of their families. They don't care about any of the things that you might, even I might care about, right? But as an investor, I have to think about all of these cogs, right? It doesn't matter how I wish or why I wish cryptocurrency was used. I have to think about, what are the ways that are actually going to drive adoption of this thing, right? If I plan to invest into it for monetary purposes. And that's how you should think about investments as well. It's not about how you think it should be used or can be used, right? Instead, you have to understand, okay, how would society use this, right? With real people, like actually think about how adoption works, the type of ecosystems that need to exist for these things. So in summary, check out some of these things. I'm just going to list them off. OpenSea, just go to Google, type in OpenSea. I may add it in on here. I don't know. Really busy and I'm fucking lazy right now. I don't want to spend so much time editing videos. OpenSea, Rarible, just Google in general. What's the word I'm looking for? Metaverse land sales, Decentraland, the Sandbox. All of these are great places to start and understand this space. Right now I'm really investing in the growth of these things, not really the ultimate success of either of them, right? Do I think that the Sandbox or the Decentraland are going to be the best implementation of the Metaverse? Maybe they won't. It really doesn't matter if they are, because they're so early that they're going to be building so much of what everything is used. And I'm investing in that growth, right? So that is it. My name is Forrest. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Stick around. Check out my podcast on my other channel that I just launched with Andrew. If you have questions, leave them down in the comments. If you want me to talk about something in particular, leave that down in the comments. I appreciate each and every one of you. I invest in stuff. You should too. See you in the next one.